Seth Rollins made an interesting challenge for SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar returned. And Dean Ambrose ran out of chewing gum. All that and more as we get ready to discuss Monday Night Raw on this week's Raw Review. Prepare to war!
This is Chris Hero, and you're watching WGS-TV.
You have warped your way in from the tubes of you into another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer. Don't be only Rucho, and it's time for the Monday Night Raw review for the week of August 3rd, 2015. And Seth Rollins will come out in the opening segment to make that interesting challenge, which is title for title. Now, not once during this entire segment does he say he wants to unify the titles. He wants to, and I think that's probably what a lot of people were starting to dread, maybe a little bit, that they were going to unify the titles and either give it to Cena or give it to Rollins. But I've noticed that never once in that promo does he say that he wants to. As again, my phone. Every time I'm doing a review, it's got to interrupt me for Tough Enough for some reason. I don't know why. I don't even watch the show. But yeah, it's basically double champions. But I got a personal gripe to pick with the fans from last night. Now, it's not about the concept of them having a right to cheer or boo for who they wanted. You know, they have the right to do that. But on a personal human level, I take offense to the fact that they were actually cheering and showing adulation towards Seth Rollins when they started to make mention of John Cena's broken nose, and they even went to the degree of chanting "Thank you, Rollins," for that. I take a personal offense to that, and let me tell you why. Yes, you do have a right to cheer and boo for whoever you want. You know, that's your God-given right. You can do that. But when you go to the level of cheering for someone's misfortune, like John Cena and the broken nose, as I'm trying to remind someone over there I'm doing a review, when you get to that point where you're actually cheering for someone's broken nose that requires surgery to fix and will have to miss a certain amount of time from the job that he is incredibly passionate about, that speaks to your character. And those people last night at Monday Night Raw showed me what kind of character they have. They are nothing but degenerate pieces of garbage. When you cheer for someone's grotesque injury, which will require them... I even said this when John Cena had to leave from the elbow injury a couple of years ago. When you cheer for someone's grotesque injury and misfortune, to me, on a human level, that is wrong. And you cheer for that? What does that say about you? I would never be happy for someone else's misfortune. I would never be happy for someone getting incredibly injured to the extent where they would have to miss time from the job that they're passionate about. I would never cheer for someone for something like that. You know, my example, my analogy, Brock Lesnar could break his arm in 3 different places. Would that bring a smile to my face? Would that make me cheer? No. No, it wouldn't. Because of the fact that I respect the guy on a human level. When people do that to Cena, I get pissed off. Because of the fact that John Cena, regardless of what's going on TV, is another human being. and you're happy that he's hurt. I'm going to say if the roles were reversed, you think John Cena would be happy if you were hurt? I'm just saying. I'm just voicing my opinion on it. Seth Rollins would then make a challenge as I'm trying to... Alright, let me lower my camera just a smidge for this. Yeah, because of the fact that the old leg is still giving me problems, guys. Seth Rollins would then make his own World Heavyweight Championship challenge. And, you know, the guy would have to be under 6 feet tall, under 200 pounds. And the only person that Seth Rollins thought at that time would be... not Hornswoggle, El Torito, but out comes Neville with an amazing, and they give out an amazing opening match for Monday Night Raw. What took me by surprise is that Stardust didn't interfere in this whatsoever, and they really ended up doing an amazing match with these two guys. Rollins would end up hitting the pedigree on Neville to pick up the win, but you know, I already stated my gripe with the fans from last night. That's all I'm going to say. We would once again have the 8-man tag, Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, New Day and Ascension. And if you think about it like this, guys, each team now has a win in this kind of series of matches. And now, in what direction they're going to go with the tag team titles, I have absolutely, positively no idea. The only other thing that I could think of for them to determine a new #1 contender would possibly have to be a fatal 4-way between all 4 teams. That would have to be the only way that, you know, if I was a smart booker, that's the way I would book it, as a fatal 4-way. The Bella Twins taking on Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Again, I just now enjoy watching the main roster divas. I really do. I really do. My leg is still giving me some pain. Ever since the NXT Divas got called up, it's made the Divas much more interesting to watch on Monday Night Raw. Charlotte would lock on the figure 8 on Nikki Bella to pick up the win. And then we would have an interesting Miz TV segment. And I'm going to give props to Miz, because he actually went out there and showed a lot of respect to Roddy Piper, because you know half the time he's out there saying that Miz TV is the most watched interview segment or talk show or something to that extent in WWE, and he actually went out there and did a very, very classy thing, especially when a lot of people were paying tribute to the life and times of the late Roddy Piper, and said that his show and all the other shows like the Highlight Reel, the Cutting Edge, the Cabana, all those shows like that would never have happened if it wasn't for the originator, Piper's Pit. And to an extent, I agree with him. If it wasn't for Piper's Pit, none of those talk show segments in WWE would ever have existed. There wouldn't have been the Heartbreak Hotel. There wouldn't have been a barbershop. There wouldn't have been a Highlight Reel, a Cutting Edge, or even a Miz TV. So when it comes to that, I will show my props to Miz for that one. Then, again, more build-up for this Kevin Owens Cesaro angle is basically what I got out of this one, and it's got to be leading up to SummerSlam. They're going to have to put these two in a match at SummerSlam. I don't even know if they even officially announced it yet, but you know, it's something I would like to see. Rusev and Mark Henry again. The only thing that I would like to know about this is why was the finish a thrust kick? Because I'm well aware that Rusev can put the accolade on Mark Henry, so I wonder why we ended up just using the thrust kick to the face as a finisher this time. And also, someone actually sent me a question on Facebook as to why they had Mark Henry jobbing to Rusev, and honestly, I have no actual idea as to why they would do that. But if you guys out there have any thoughts on it, I would love to hear what you guys think. King Barrett and Zack Ryder, the king of the internet, has now become the king of the jobbers. Barrett ended up hitting the bullhammer elbow on Zack Ryder to pick up the win. Not surprised. And the only thing I want to say about the Brock Lesnar segment, and I've said it time in and time out, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but Paul Heyman is the best hype man in the business. Brock Lesnar would not have the significance and the importance and the position that he has in the company if it were not for Paul Heyman and his incredible mic skills. There is nobody better right now than Paul Heyman when it comes to hyping someone up. You know, he could hype up this bottle of ibuprofen into a main event for WrestleMania. That's how good Paul Heyman is. You know, he has that ability. And this is pretty much all it was. It was a, as I asked my brother, what is he looking for on Dustin and Justin's bed? We had Paige and Naomi. Can somebody please tell me why Ronda Rousey was referenced in a backstage segment with Naomi and Team Bad? That's something I definitely would like to know. Other than it being topical. Anyway, guys, it was Paige and Naomi. Paige would lock on the PTO on Naomi to pick up the win. By the way, how do you guys like that new little name they have? You know, because we had Team Bad, got Team Bella, and now we got the Submission Sorority. It kind of makes sense with Paige having the PTO, Charlotte having the Figure 8, and Becky Lynch having the Disarmer. So it kind of fits for them. It definitely does. The main event, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton taking on Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Sheamus indeed was a strong main event, because considering the fact they had such a strong opening with Seth Rollins and Neville, they needed to have a strong finish. And this six-man tag, in my opinion, accomplished that. They accomplished that in a huge way. Reigns would end up hitting the spear on Sheamus to pick up the win for his team, and they pretty much just finished out Monday Night Raw. Now I forgot I need to lower the camera when I try to back up, because every now and again I gotta sit back to relieve pressure on my leg. Now, I am very well aware of the Stone Cold podcast with Paige. I have not had the chance at this time of the recording to watch it or even voice my opinion on it. But when I do get, I want to say tomorrow is probably what tomorrow's vlog will be. It'll probably be my thoughts on the Stone Cold podcast. But anyway, as far as Monday Night Raw goes, guys and gals, it's going to get a 4 out of 5. This was a very strong show this week on Monday Night Raw. And best match of the night, it's going to go to Seth Rollins and Neville. That was an amazing opening match, and it was really, really well done. Worst match of the night, I'm going to have to go to Barrett and Ryder just to ask the question, what was the point other than it being time filler? And 99.999999% of the time, whenever we see Zack Ryder, he's jobbing somebody. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what, he started to have a huge internet following, which got him the push he had as Long Island IZ, and just kind of sputtered, and went down with the ship. And that's pretty much where he's at right now. He's getting a paycheck. Don't get me wrong. It's not wrong to get a paycheck, but at some point you got to look at your career and saying, this isn't what I want for myself. And I wonder if he's reached that precipice, or if he's reached that precipice, if he decided maybe it's more important to get a paycheck and actually get paid rather than get to the point where I want to be in my career. Food for thought, guys. Food for thought. Anyway, what I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow me on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to check out WB Plays every day at 9 a.m. Central Time, right here on the channel. Mid-South Extreme every Saturday. Now, the reason why I stuttered on that is because of the fact that I definitely want to make a very quick announcement. A lot of the things that I recorded with Mid-South Extreme and GCW were on SD cards, and currently decided to grow legs and walk off. So I'm in the process of trying to find all of those SD cards, and as soon as I can resume the Mid-South Extreme episodes and GCW episodes. So when I get a chance to do that, I definitely will. So I do apologize to all of the other guys out there, Mustang Mike, Psycho Mike, Flip, Cody Hawkins, The Rocket, Scott Phoenix, all of those guys out there. I do apologize for the episodes being delayed, but trust me guys, I am putting forth my best effort, but it's a lot of work for one guy. You know, it's definitely a lot of work, in addition to all of the gameplays, vlogs, reviews, stuff like that. So please bear with me, and please give me time. So that's pretty much all I have left to say here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to check out more of my content. And by the way, I'll have two videos, two of my gameplays, in the annotations at the end of this video for you guys to check out. So be sure you check those out as well. And again, guys, please subscribe. You know, I really want to try to start getting the channel up there. So with that being said, I am the Russell Gamer, the Double B Belly Boudreaux, getting up in pain, saying we'll see ya at the next work zone.
There's really only one place to go for